Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Pisces. Happy New Year. What you guys are looking at is the energy you guys can expect walking into the month of January 2024. So first I'm going to get to the transits, going through this weekly, and then I'm going to get to my channeled messages, and then I'll update the transits as we get to it in the video. All right, so I'm going to start with January 1st. We have Venus in Sagittarius in your guys' 10th house, squaring Saturn in Pisces in your 1st house. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you this has something to do with work, something to do with the way you guys appear. Because this is the 1st house, this is the self, and the 10th house can, if it's not about career or your legacy, it has something to do with the way you guys look. So yeah, that's definitely, it's got something to do with that. It could have to do with something to do with the restriction with your money, possibly, because I think about that as well with Venus squaring Saturn in general. Because with a square, there is a block, there's a holdup, there's some type of karmic lesson, and it usually has something to do with love. Sometimes it has to do with creative endeavors or money. So then we have Mercury going direct in Sagittarius in your 2nd house. I'm sorry, your 10th house that same day on January 1st. So something about the Venus squaring Saturn in the same house, in your 10th house, will be cleared to you guys. You guys will be able to clearly see this. So even though Mercury going direct is a good transit, the Venus squaring Saturn obviously isn't. January 4th, Mars enters Capricorn in your 11th house. So Mars is leaving your 10th house and it's entering your 11th house in Capricorn. The positive thing about this is it's exalted in Capricorn. All right, so what did I channel for you guys for the first week of January? What can you guys expect to to go through. So I feel like you guys are upset about something, like, you know, your higher self is telling you to go a certain direction. And I also see several people when it comes to this. And you guys don't want to go that way. So I feel like you guys are in full control of a situation, and I feel like you guys are in touch with your higher self, your intuition, and it involves something to do with work. Like your intuition, your higher self is telling you to possibly leave, is what I was picking up on. Um, it could have to do with maybe not feeling valued at work. Maybe you just don't resonate with your job, or what, you know, your job stands for, something to do with that nature. But that's what I'm picking up on. You may be trying to balance something at work that is completely not manageable. I see that it feels like it's suffocating you. So yeah, I feel like the Mercury going direct in your 10th house, it makes you guys more connect to this energy with your higher self, because now that I think of it, Mercury and Sagittarius, I think of this as Eight of Wands and Tarot. And to me, this is always spirit talking to us. This is always getting like clear audience messages. And for those of you who don't feel like they have gifts or they're connected to gifts, it is just getting an intuitive, gut-wrenching feeling. Excuse me. I just feel like you guys are really trying to nurture and heal something that's currently hurting you guys. And you guys are aware of it, and you guys see this. So I feel like Mars entering Capricorn in your 11th house. The 11th house can be looked at as your deepest dreams and desires. And the fact that Mars is going here, this is not only like the god of war with Mars, this can also be your drive, your willpower, like you guys having the willpower to actually take action to do something here, okay? And the fact that the Sun and Pluto is already in your 11th house, I feel like you guys may be driven to go after something in order to make your dreams a reality, or just to get out of a situation you're not currently happy with. Because with Saturn in your first house, this gives you guys this makes you guys more disciplined and take yourselves more seriously. So if you're not happy in a situation, I feel like Capricorn energy is like, well, what are you going to do about it? You know, are you just going to, you know, cry about it? And it's like, no, you're not. You're going to like do something, take action and work towards it, right? All right. So the second week of January 9th, Sun in Capricorn in your guys' 11th house is trining Uranus in retrograde in Taurus in your 3rd house, okay? So a trine is a blessing. It's a easy flowing energy. It's an energy that is either like, it's a gift that's either literally given to you, or it's so natural that you don't even realize it's an energy that you already have. So therefore, it's usually a blessing we don't realize we have, is what I'm trying to say. So with the Sun trining Uranus, to me, this speaks of, since the Sun illuminates things, we're able to see things, and the Sun connects us to our higher self. The Sun is our higher self. And Uranus can be looked at as a eureka moment, intuition, download from spirit. This is literally, with the two together, a illumination from spirit, download from spirit, connected to higher self very clearly, especially more so because it's a trine. So 3rd house can be looked at as communication, learning something. 11th house can be looked at as, you know, your social networking, your group of friends, the internet. So I feel like you guys 1000% will be either be inspired, or you guys will get an intuitive hit, or just something will happen where you guys will figure something out. And because of that, 2 days later on January 11th, there will be a new moon in Capricorn in your 11th house. So I think whatever you guys end up manifesting with the new moon, it's going to be related to whatever it is you guys learn or see very clearly due to that transit with the Sun and Uranus. So if something doesn't actually happen with the sun, excuse me, with the sun and Uranus transit, then it's either talking about you guys just seeing something very clearly, or it's just like a very feel-good day. And that may inspire you to want to continue feeling that way. And you may manifest something new because of that. And it may be work related, because Capricorn energy is work related, right? And where is the ruler of Capricorn? Saturn in your first house. You may want to feel that type of energy like all the time. So it may be related to that. January 12th, Mars in Capricorn in your 11th house will be trining Jupiter in Taurus in your 3rd house. So again, similar energy, except there's some type of physical energy going on. When I think of Mars, there's some willpower, there's a drive, there is an initiative of some sort. And whatever Jupiter touches, it expands upon. Juno, oh, I'm sorry, January 12th, Juno goes retrograde in Virgo in your 7th house. Okay, so when I think of Virgo energy, I think of the Hermit. And when I think of, wait, did I say that right? I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat myself because I'm spazzing out. When I think of Virgo energy, I think of the Hermit in Tarot. And when I think of Juno energy, this is soulmate energy. This is the energy in your chart that will best describe the best type of soulmate that works for you, okay? Now, the transit right now is in Virgo, and it literally is in your 7th house, which speaks of relationships, partnerships, okay? So the fact that it's going retrograde makes me think that this is a time to go in. Literally, it's like the Hermit speaking, like go within, think some more. What is it you look for? But I mean, I think for my sun, moon, rising Pisces, this is going to be speaking a different story for some of you. So some of this, for some of you, this is going to be speaking about business, because 7th house is relationships, but also business partnerships. So I'm definitely picking up on work so far. So for some of you, this is going to be thinking about, because Virgo, the ruler is Mercury, and it's in your 10th house. What is it you guys look for in a workplace? Like, what type of people do you guys need to work with? Like, where do you guys feel inspired to work, and what type of people do you need to work? What type of people do you guys need to feel like you need to work with? Like, does it have to be like a specific type of personality? Does that part matter? Because some people don't care about things like that. They just don't. They work their shift and they're out. Like they don't think twice about their coworkers. But for other people, these things matter. And I'm picking up on, for you guys, it matters. So, you know, it's like talking about, think about this some more. Be organized with your thoughts. And for those of you where this is talking about a relationship, it's saying the same thing, you know, think about what it is that you need in a partner. So January 13th, the following day, Mercury, the ruler of Virgo and Gemini, okay, which is on the same axis as the 10th house, goes into Capricorn. So it goes into your 11th house. So you guys have a stellium going on in your 11th house in Capricorn. All right. So what did I channel for you guys the second week of January? I feel like I'm seeing, excuse me, this angel come over you. Hold on. Okay, so let's say that again. I feel like I'm seeing this angel come and get you guys as you're falling from the sky. And I see this mountain in the background. And in the background, the mountain, like the top of it, it kind of looks like it's pointy at the top. It kind of has this illusion that the mountain is piercing through you guys. So just picture this. It's like you guys are falling through the sky and it almost looks like the mountain is going through you, or you guys are like falling on top of the mountain. But it's just an illusion, because it's not happening, but it's symbolic of like the workplace getting to you guys is what I'm getting. So then this angel that I'm seeing gets you. It's like this angel catches you as you're falling, and they help you get to the top, or they at least get you to where you guys are trying to go. So, so it's like there's this mountain, and then you're not at the bottom of the mountain, but like maybe you're somewhere in the middle. But then it's interesting because then the scene changes, and it's almost as if there's two mountains. There's one on the left and there's one on the right. And there's tons of people trying to get to the mountain on the left. And then like as if they're trying to climb up it. But then all of a sudden there's like this other like road paved to get to the mountain on the right. And it's like the message is that there's an option here for you guys to leave. You don't just have to stay at the place that you're currently at that you guys feel like hurts you. So then this mountain on the right, which it feels like is where we're leaning towards, it turns into a book. And while we're looking at the book, there's something about focusing in the middle of the book. And usually there would be like a bookmark or something in between, but instead it's like we're just literally looking in between like the middle of the book. So I feel like it's talking about that expression, like a space in between. So then there's this energy of you guys like separating yourself from the people. And I am picking up on that because, again, when we were back in the vision with the mountain and tons of people, there's this other mountain. And I feel like you guys are going in the direction of this other mountain, but nobody else is. It's just you guys. And then that mountain then turns into a book, and there's something about being in the middle. And then there's this other vision of, I see like this mouth with teeth, and then there's this very clear indication of two front teeth, and there's a space in between. Again, a space in between. And I'm getting this very clear message that you guys are not really communicating with other people. And I even see, it's weird, but this is how I saw it, like with the space in between your teeth, I'm then seeing like an imagery of you guys journaling. So it's like instead of talking, you guys may be like journaling or reading. I feel like you guys are either not talking to people at the workplace, or you guys are leaving the job. Like that's what I feel like. Because if the mountains represent the workplace, or if they just represent you guys and your energy with the people you work with, regardless, there is a separation between you and them, and you not really speaking. And I almost feel like there's like a resignation or something like this. And again, with that new moon, I feel like there is a strategy and there's like an action being organized, like to take place. Like something is definitely being illuminated for you guys. You guys are seeing something, and your thoughts are being directed towards what it is you guys want when it comes to work. So yeah, I just feel like with the 11th house, this can speak of social networking. And I feel like maybe the current group you have, you're just like not interested in. So there's like a new group that you're going to be trying. So I think of job interviews with this house. That's just how I see it. So the ruler again of Capricorn is Saturn. So this would be you guys. So yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to say on that? No. Okay. So 3rd week of January. Sun in Capricorn is sextiling Neptune in Pisces in the 1st house on January 15th. I like this because the Sun and Neptune are getting along. There's some type of work being put in. I feel like a sextile, it's not as easy as a trine because, like I said, a trine there's no work. It's a blessing. You know, you're being given a gift. Whether it's a gift from spirit or a gift from somebody else, it's something that comes naturally. Sextile is an energy that you have to put in. So it is work, but more than likely you're going to get whatever it is you wanted. So when the sun and Neptune are working together in a positive way, you're basically able to see something in a place that you weren't normally able to see. So again, this is talking about the 11th house and the first house, like what really resonates with you and what doesn't. So there's a light being, you guys are able to see something when it comes to the 11th house. And then whatever it is that you guys are able to see, 3 days later, on January 18th, you guys are going to be able to manifest this into a reality. Like you guys are able to articulate this in some type of way, because Mercury in Capricorn in your 11th house is then sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So Mercury is your thoughts, your communication. This could also be traveling. And it's sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So you guys, again, you guys are either writing, communicating. This looks like to me possibly job interviews, you know, doing some type of work when it comes to work. That's what I think. The following day, January 19th, Venus in Sagittarius in your 10th house is squaring Neptune. So again, it's like we're going back to like a holdup, a block, and it's Venus with Neptune. So something gets foggy, something gets distorted. So I think of this when Venus is involved. Usually I would think of this when it comes to love or money. Because it's usually talking about how we can't see another person correctly. It's, what is it? Rose-colored glasses. I think that's the line. Or if it's money, the way I look at it is it's like we think we have more than we really do. Or it's like when those scammers call our grandparents and they're like, you won the lotto or whatever it is. And they really believe they did. And it's like they never even entered, and they start giving away all their like checking account information. It's like they're not able to think clearly, see clearly. See clearly. So they start giving away their money information. So it's like, it's sad, right? But you guys have Venus in the 10th house, and it's is it Neptune we're talking about? Sorry, I forgot already. Yeah, in your first house. So I feel like because it's the 10th house, this talks about, again, the way you guys appear to other people. This is also why it talks about our legacy. And the first house, you guys are involved. And I really feel like this is talking about job interviews for you guys. I feel like people are not going to see you clearly on this day for some reason. And I from what I remember, it's what I channeled as well. So yeah, there may be confusion about who you guys are on this day, or you guys may be confused on this day about how people perceive you. But when Neptune's involved, there's always confusion when it's not aspected properly. So yeah. That same day, January 19th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 11th house is trining Jupiter in Taurus in your 3rd house. So I feel like I channeled this as well. Whatever the block, the holdup is, it ends up being okay because of this blessing. Because I feel like trines, they're connected to Jupiter, because Jupiter, I feel like, is protection. It's a blessing. Obviously, apply common sense. It depends how it's aspected, but I feel like because it's a trine and it's talking to Jupiter and it's in your 3rd house, which talks about communicating and traveling, which I'm sure this is connected to this storyline that's possibly playing out for you guys in the month of January, and Mercury is involved. I think there will be it's either with your thoughts, like you'll be able to calm yourself down and be rational because we have Mercury in Capricorn, which is an earth energy. There is groundedness here, as well as Jupiter in Taurus. This is earth energy again. This is planting the seeds and waiting for it to grow. So I feel like if there's any type of conflict at all, whether it's with you guys or other people, it's like it will literally work out. January 20th, Sun in Capricorn in your 11th house is going to conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. So this is very karmic, these two. It's very transformative. Whatever Pluto touches, it just will never be the same. I look at Pluto as the reaper. Whatever Pluto touches, it will turn to ash. And with the sun illuminates things, right? We're able to see, like literally think of what Pluto is. It is supposed to be dark, right? And it is a heavy energy. It is a transformative energy. And then when you think of the sun, this is supposed to be happy, go lucky, confident, your willpower, your confidence, your ego. This is supposed to be your goal while reincarnated, right? So with Pluto and the sun, it's like you're able to see your own shadow. And so therefore something must die, right? So the ego dies here. The ego basically dies. Something will die before anything else moves, okay? Pluto will not allow anything else. So it's extremely karmic. And that same day, the sun and Pluto will enter Aquarius in your guys' 12th house. Definitely double check these dates that I'm giving you. I may be off by a day or two. So you guys will definitely be feeling this energy before January 20th. You will not just be feeling this on the day of January 20th. No doubt. In my mind, these are big, big energies. And the 12th house, dear Lord, have mercy on your soul. Honestly, I mean, I know what this energy is like. I've had this for several years now, and it's a doozy. It's a doozy. It leaves a mark. But you know, it's good. Anyway, the third week of January, what did I see for you guys? Excuse me. I see you guys running so fast. I see you guys. Oh, it's okay. So there's mountains, right? And it's like there's dark mountains on the left and lighter mountains on the right. And I definitely see something. I'm trying to like look at my drawing. I'm sorry. I believe it's the sun in the background and you guys are running fast. And oh, no. I knew it wasn't the sun. I'm sorry. So there's dark mountains on the left, light mountains on the right, and you guys are running really fast towards something. It's like there's a goal, which I feel like makes sense because again, the stellium in Capricorn. And it's like there is this ultimate mountain towards the end, okay? And that is Capricorn energy, is getting to the top of the mountain. But I see mountains all around you, but there's a specific mountain you want. So to me, that's like, if this is resonating at all with you guys, I just feel like there's a specific job you guys want. And that's, it's just as simple as that. That's what I'm picking up on. Excuse me. So I feel like you guys will be going on job interviews. I'm seeing lots of people look at you guys through the mountains, and it feels like you guys are on this runway. I feel like there will be a job you see that you want, and then you either don't hear back or you don't hear back right away, and you're left feeling bad again. And I feel like we're seeing this with your guys' sun in your 11th house, social networking, and Neptune being in the first. So there will be illusions about you guys. Like people will be able to see you, but then they'll be confused when they're like going back to thinking about you guys, because it's aspected well in the beginning of the third week, but then I think towards the end, yeah, Venus square Neptune, right? So it's like a picture of them like seeing you, everything goes well, but then they go back to the resumes, and then there's like some type of confusion. The confusion could be maybe it's like you and another person. Which one should they pick? And then they're getting confused. And then this could be like the Venus squaring Neptune, and it's literally nothing personal. There's nothing confusing about you. It's just more about the situation. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so then Mercury being in your 11th house, and it's trining Jupiter in your 3rd, and Sun and Pluto being in your 11th, but then Venus squaring Neptune. I feel like people may be confused by you, and there's a delay because the square means delays and setbacks. So the fact that the Sun and Pluto then move into your 12th, the house of your unconsciousness, I feel like it may feel rough, but whatever Pluto touches will change, and your sun is trying to be positive and bright, but Pluto wants to change something for the better. So I think the third week is going to feel positive in the beginning, and then I think you guys may get in your own head, and I would just recommend you guys try to remind yourself that it's a test from the universe, because you literally have a very hard transit. You have Pluto entering your 12th house. So, you know, just you have to stay strong. You guys literally have no choice. You have no choice. You have to stay strong. I know that sounds so dramatic. I mean, I am an Aries, but you have to stay strong. Okay, so I feel like anybody natally who has this Pluto in 12th gets it. Like, if you know, you know. January 23rd, Venus enters Capricorn. Okay, so Venus is leaving your 10th house, and it goes into your 11th. Okay, this is good. This is good for you guys. January 25th, full moon in Leo in your 6th house. This is good because this is the work house. So we have something positive happening in your 11th house, which is also related to work because of social networking. And then we have your 6th house, a full moon in Leo. Something's being illuminated here. January 26th, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. My heart's like beating for you guys because I don't remember my channel messages. Okay, Uranus goes direct in your 3rd house. This is also good. Direct. Okay, I like this. I like this because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, right? And Pluto can talk about your power, and this is in the 12th house. Okay, so Sun in Aquarius in your 12th house is squaring Jupiter in Taurus in your 3rd house. Okay, so there's some type of block over here. Then on January 27th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 11th house is conjunct Mars in Capricorn in your 11th house. Okay. That same day, Venus in Capricorn is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your 1st house. Okay. January 28th, Mercury in Capricorn is trining Uranus in Taurus in your 3rd house. Okay, that's good energy. That same day, Venus in Capricorn in your 11th house is trining Jupiter in Taurus in your 3rd house. Another beautiful energy. And then the next day, Mars in Capricorn in your 11th house is trining Uranus and Jupiter. Trining Uranus and Taurus in your 3rd house. Okay. Those are really nice energies. The only hard energy the last week of January is Sun squaring Jupiter. Okay, so what did I channel for you guys? I see you guys connected to your intuition. I'm picking up on Alice in Wonderland, and I see that cat in the hills. It's not bad energy, but not the greatest. I see you guys waiting on something. And then something comes in, and you're signing a contract. I think you get a new job. It may not be the one that you wanted, because I see one really standing out, but I see you happy about a new job. and a new something, and kind of knowing it was going to happen. So I feel like the transits support this, what I'm seeing, because, okay, first off, Venus in the 11th house is a really good energy. I mean, yes, it does depend on like, excuse me, what else is going on. Like if Venus is squaring, you know, something else, or if Venus is debilitated, then yeah, it may not be that great. But Venus in the 11th house usually is a popular energy. It's social, it's just nice. You want this. And usually it talks about like a bump in money. So I feel like, especially with Capricorn being here, oh, I forgot to take out the new moon, I'm sorry. There's something positive happening here for you guys with the 11th house. And because there are positive transits here, we had the Venus and Capricorn sextiling Saturn and Pisces. So this is talking about structure with you guys, and being able to manifest something, because Venus is sextiling Saturn. Something is literally happening here. There is structure. Like a goal, I feel like, is being reached. Whatever this story is talking about, something is happening for you guys. So if it's not the workplace, then the only other thing I could think of for other people would be friends, the place of friends, honestly. Yeah. Wait, what else did I just see here? Wait, Mars, the ruler of Mars is Aries, and it's in the 2nd house, the wallet, and this is your north node. I just can't see this not being work related. Anyway, what else supports what I'm seeing? So the moon being in your 6th house. Yeah, so this talks about your everyday work routine, your everyday, you know, ritual, like when the alarm clock goes off, what are you guys doing? Brushing your teeth, washing your face, you know, that type of, literally that is doing work, right? But it actually talks about the place of work. This is also your, the house of spirituality. So you have a full moon going on here. So something is illuminating. So you guys actually may find out about a new job or something like that. So you guys may manifest something new around the new moon, but something may actually happen around the full moon is what I'm picking up on. Because the ruler of Leo is the sun. So you may be leaving a place when the sun is in the 12th house, I feel like. I don't know. Like something is changing for you guys once Pluto's in the 12th house and Uranus goes direct. Because it's like you guys have had an awakening of some sort, especially with all these trines with Uranus. That's what I'm picking up on. What else? What else supports this? Mercury and Mars in the 11th house conjunct. So this can either be a positive or a negative energy. Negative in the sense that it could be like mental conflict. And I feel like you guys may do that typical thing when we go on job interviews and we're like, are they going to call me? Are they going to call me? Am I going to get the job? Can I afford rent? You know, like you guys may do that thing, but it's like you guys are too connected to your intuition. Like something is definitely telling you guys this month, like, no, 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 no. No matter what, one of those jobs is calling me. I feel it. Like, so that I feel like calms your nerves. And I think it's because of all these, oh, honestly, it could be because it's probably because of this. Your sun is probably so close before it enters your 12th house. It's probably so close to the 12th house. It's probably conjunct the 12th house. And when it's close to the 12th house or in the 12th house, it's like there is this, think of the sun being in Pisces. I mean, well, you know, if you guys are a Pisces sun, you guys may not be actually if you guys are watching this, but if you guys do have a Pisces sun, you guys, I can't see you guys not being intuitive. Like I have seen this time and time again that Pisces sun people, they are just naturally in tune. I feel like more so with what's going on around them, like with the collective, I would say that, because I feel like on a psychological level, it's hard for us in our own situations not to overthink things and like overdo it. And then that can leave us out of touch with our intuition. But yeah, I just feel like you guys probably just know what's up at the end of the day, and I see you guys connected with that. What else tells me this? Oh, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, they're talking to your third house of communication. And you guys have Jupiter and Uranus here. So I feel like, so first of all, with Jupiter and Uranus, these are planets that talk about liberation and freedom. Like, they are freedom oriented. So I feel like whatever you guys are currently connected to, you guys will be freeing yourselves from. That's number one. And then again, there's definitely some type of traveling involved this month. I mean, it could be like online interviews. It could be, yeah. But there's something involved with your third and your 11th house, and it's definitely the place of communication. And there's something about you guys being on stage, and I don't know, I just know I've channeled this before for a personal friend, and like what I was seeing was very similar to her reading. And it involved the 11th house, and it was job interviews. So I'm going to say it's job interviews for you guys as well. All right. So is there anything else? Did I? Oh my God. Yeah. Wait, did I miss anything? Hold on. No, I didn't miss anything, but where are the contracts? That would be the Mercury, I feel like. And Uranus. Oh, there it is. Mercury and Capricorn trining Uranus and Taurus. Okay, so that's the 11th house and third house. Yeah. Yep. There it is. Okay. And I feel like because this is earth energy, this is something stable. Is there anything else I want to say? No. I don't think so. I'm good. All right. I hope this resonates. Bye, guys.